What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Snapshot Takes Football Podcast. It's been a while, but we are back here with the same host as always, and forever will be your boy Javi and my boy here, Diego, with us. And how we feeling, man? Another little break we had in between.
Yeah, snow days,
Snow day,
life,
work days, life and lifing.
and snow.
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get started with Premier League. We got lots to discuss as we did miss, I believe, 2 match days now, plus the Champions League.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
got lots of content.
Hopefully. Let's go ahead and get started with match day 23, where we do have the biggest game, which was Arsenal versus Man U.
What a game.
What a game. Thank you, United.
Thank you, United, yes, sir.
Coming from a Liverpool fan.
Not yet.
Oh, man. First L at home this season in all competitions for Arsenal.
3 goals. That's a lot.
Yep. First time they concede 3 goals since 2023. It's crazy because still, the only team that can really defeat Arsenal, that could stop Arsenal from winning the league, is Arsenal themselves.
Yeah, like we discussed over and over and over and over again. But it seems like they can't even sabotage themselves this year because the other teams don't want to take advantage.
At all.
It's been
Arsenal
terrible.
can lose a game, and then City can be like, you know what?
Yeah.
Nah, we're good. We don't want the lead.
But it's crazy because, well, they drew, then they lost to United. Now they won this weekend, obviously. But they had 2 draws back to back and a loss in a three-span game where they didn't take a victory, and yet City ended up losing, drawing, and they only won 1 game, as well as Aston Villa, which lost and drew.
That's
Oh no!
just, yeah, Arsenal is just, it's set to win. This has to be the most boring Premier League I have seen.
No, I think last year's was.
I don't think so. At least last year there wasn't so many fuck ups as there was this season.
There was no competition though. I feel like Arsenal will still fumble. Today, February the 3rd, 2026, Arsenal's not gonna win the league.
You think City still have a chance?
Yeah. I feel like they've been picking up form. Yeah, they've been here and there, but I feel like this Premier League is gonna end up coming out to who scores the most goals, and I feel like Arsenal is gonna go on a stretch that they're just gonna keep drawing games, and eventually their forwards aren't gonna be provided for them. You gotta score goals to win games as well. You can shut them out, have a great defense, but I think it's not gonna be enough.
I mean, who knows? I'm not going to say anything in favor of City or Villa because every time I speak in favor of them, it's just
And I
bad
feel
juju.
like as well, Arsenal consistently every year they face a lot of injuries, and you see that right now. Saka limped off this weekend.
Typical. Saka hasn't done anything this season anyway.
But I feel like back to what we said, like he's their star boy. Like everything goes through him.
I don't want to be hated, but I'm hating. Saka hasn't done anything. Madrid hasn't done anything. Odegaard seems closer to Gerard Martin than anybody else.
What you think about Gabriel Jesus though? Since he came back, that boy been
Oh,
tearing it up.
he's always been good. It's just the whole injury concern with him. But every time he comes back and every time you see him on the field, he's just so fluid on the ball.
Yeah,
He's arguably the best, not the best player, the best attacker they got in my opinion.
yeah. But let's go to that game, that 3-2. What do you think about United?
I mean, before this last game that just happened, which was against Fulham, if I'm not mistaken.
Another game they won 3-2.
Right, but they had to beat City and then Arsenal, right?
Yep.
Or Arsenal then City, I forgot.
City, and then Arsenal.
Yeah. So at first I was thinking, okay, so United always pop up even before Carrick had took over the role of manager. They
big
always
games.
pop up in big games. The big question, the big task was against the lower, not even lower, because Fulham is not that low in the table.
It's staying consistent.
Yeah. So like against the lower teams, they haven't been as consistent as they are with big teams because we've been saying it's like a lack of motivation that United faces. But is Carrick the right guy for them? I mean, it looks good right now. It does look good. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and against some big teams.
Yeah.
So like,
I think this is the perfect manager for them, and I think it is gonna work. And I'm gonna tell you why. Just because he has history at the club, he feels the colors. He was there under the Fergie era, and like he's one of those golden child. Because I'm not sure if he came from the academy or not, but he was there throughout his whole career. And I don't know if you've seen like recently he called Berbatov to talk to Sesko because he felt like Sesko was in a bad headspace, like he wasn't finding form. Ended up scoring the winner for them this weekend against Fulham. So like I feel like there's a aura, and I feel like there's this guy Carrick. He's not a coach. He's managing them. Even though we said that about Amarin and all that, but I feel like he's actually managing them. You could tell they're inspired by whatever he's telling them. Against Arsenal, when they went down 1-0, like if you go seasons prior, you're like, that's it. United's not gonna find a way out of this. Even after that City performance, like it was the inconsistency we would talk about, but they ended up coming back. And even going to this weekend, when the game got tied up, that's typical United. Like that's it. They're not finding the winner,
Yep.
yet they found the winner, and they've been playing great. Bruno Fernandes, I don't know if you've seen, he has 12 assists this season. The record is 20, and he still has like 18 games left.
I mean, we've been saying it for the longest. Bruno Fernandes is their best player, and then obviously with the new reinformed Casemiro,
He's turning back the clock. He's been looking great.
he
Look
looking
past this weekend.
Yeah, he's bringing out
Assist.
the Brazilian flair for his last couple of games.
He locking in for the World Cup year.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You
Man.
talk about Mainu, who was benched under Amarin. We said it against, I believe last time we recorded, we talked about the City game. And now giving him flowers again. Like that team looks great.
Yeah, and you can tell Carrick has actually like drilled in this confidence into his players as well, because I think before the Arsenal game, Dorgu even came out and said, "We're gonna go and get the 3 points," and well, they got the 3 points. Fortunately, he got a goal that game. Unfortunately, he got injured, but I mean, and then Harry Maguire has been looking amazing. Especially Maguire's mentality in big games is just crazy.
Yeah,
Considering all the backlashes he faces throughout his career, it's crazy because he came MVP in that game.
no, yeah, he hats off to him because he's been criticized almost every game, every season, every year, and he's still being a professional. He never makes a storm that he wants to leave, do this, do that. He just puts his head down and works, and hopefully, well, it's giving its fruits now.
Yep.
But another player I want to shout out the whole Man United. But
I mean, they've been doing amazing. Comparing this to what they were last season,
like,
it's just tremendous.
Even under Amarin, even though they were in 5th, 6th place with Amarin, this team just looks like a new light. I think it's the formation, how we were speaking. Like, you can't come into a brand new league with the players you already have. You have to play a specific formation. You can't just change it. Bro had Bruno Fernandes playing as a CDM. And he's playing his position now, and you see what he's doing. You can tell that joy is back in him, even though I think he played under him in Sporting. Like it's a whole different Bruno.
Yeah, definitely.
And, the guy I wanted to shout out was Diallo. Amad. That boy's a baller. But yeah, Cunha doing his thing.
And Mbeumo.
Yeah. And then
Mbeumo being the first since Marcus Rashford to score against City, Arsenal, and Liverpool in a single season.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You heard they want Rashford back. Carrick wants Rashford back.
Yeah. I don't think he goes back, though.
You don't think so?
Nah. I think it's too soon.
And
Michael Carrick just got in there as a...
But I feel like if he continues like that, he gets them in Champions League. The way they got 41 points, they're 6 behind City. They're 12 behind Arsenal. I don't think they win the league. If they do, it'll be fucking crazy. But I think they're at least gonna finish top 3. I think.
Yeah, you've been saying it for a while, since before Carrick got in. So.
It's just I just see these things.
I mean,
But yeah, now United look brand new, and I love to see it because I feel like it gives a little spark to the league.
oh
Like if
yeah,
Liverpool,
finally
imagine
they wake up.
it's giving throwback to when Mourinho was there. Like Liverpool, City, and United were competing for the league, and those are like your top three teams. And like Arsenal could go back to Europa League days. I don't care, but in those top three teams are like the biggest that have the biggest pull right now. And Chelsea, Arsenal, yeah, they could compete, but I feel like especially Liverpool, United, that rivalry, it's always been there, and it's great to see them, even though not the best place, but they have brilliance, and you could see even Liverpool, they're starting to come back slowly. The
Right.
signings are starting to do impact, but anyways, we'll get to that a little bit later.
No, yeah, but Manchester United waking back up brings this just a bright light into the Premier again, just because how historic the club is itself, and then considering the fact that they've been on a bad route for like 3 seasons straight, it's just
So I think it's been more.
yeah, most likely. But like just to have them back in the top four is just a good thing to see because it brings a good image to the Prem. You know,
Yeah.
it's not going to be considered because in the past couple of seasons it seems like it's been considered a kind of a farmers league because you've been seeing the same 2-3 teams, but now you see more and more teams picking it up, and to see Man U up there is definitely a good thing to see.
Yeah, and especially they got the money to spend as well. They make one impactful signing every season, and so if they continue with this core with this manager, who knows where they could go.
Yeah, but he hasn't been appointed as permanent manager, has
Yeah,
he?
not yet.
So
But
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like he finished top 3, I believe he'll definitely be sealed because he's giving good results. So this last game, which was
Against Leeds.
Leeds, yeah, they dominant win 4-0, I believe. 2 corner kicks like usual in the first half, or set pieces, whatever it was.
Not much to say on that game.
Got hurt.
Might miss the World Cup.
Yeah, because he'll be back before then, but he won't be
in form.
Yeah, and that's a big injury.
That's
for Arsenal.
A big injury, not only for Arsenal but for Spain in general.
Yeah,
for the World Cup.
I feel like Spain is more like they got players to pick from right now, especially with all those boys at Barcelona. But he's a good CDM for them. And even here, like he's so versatile for this Arsenal team. So January, it's unfortunate when it happened because January transfer window just closed. So the rest of the season, you're backing on Odegaard, Zubimendi, Declan Rice to not get hurt. Because off the bench, who do you have? You could put Eze as a cam, but if Zubimendi gets hurt or Rice, it's gonna be a sticky one, innit?
We'll see. Not much to say about that game, honestly.
Yeah, it was totally dominant.
Low key expected more for Leeds just because how they've been playing recently, especially the games against Chelsea and Liverpool.
Yeah.
So I thought they would continue.
This Arsenal team is just. I'm gonna be real. It's dominant. Like they dominate the game and they dominate the way they play.
It's
like,
just boring the way they do it.
Yeah, it's just they have no real flair going.
I feel like they don't risk much.
Yeah. So.
They risk the goalkeeper's health.
They said Mikel Arteta is making a human centipede every corner kick.
Yeah, quite literally.
It was funny, but yeah, they won 4-0, and then a little recap on the Champions League. They ended up first place, which shows how good they've been and dominant in this haram ball style. But they beat Karia. I can't pronounce that.
I wasn't even going to try.
I butchered. So 3-2, they won 3-2, and they ended up top.
I mean, you could talk about Manchester United's recent rumors that have been picking up lately.
About Cole Palmer?
About Cole Palmer and Marcus Rashford.
But I heard about, supposedly, Palmer already came out and said he's staying at Chelsea for a while.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it came out already. They said it was false. And then, yeah, like we said, the Marcus Rashford thing is interesting, especially coming from me as a Barca fan. Like I've said it a couple times. Like he's a goal scorer. He provided assist today, which is Tuesday. He Copa del Rey for Araujo, but it's still missing. Even Flick said it. Like he still has more potential to exploit, and I don't know, but
you think Barca buys him?
I think they do.
Okay, so if you say you're Marcus Rashford, right? You got the opportunity to go back to Man U or stay at Barcelona. Keep in mind, Barcelona wants you, and Man U want you
like
back.
The ultimate thing is a hard, especially because that's your boyhood club. You came through the academy. You see them doing great. And you already know that at Barcelona, you're going to be the second option because you got Rafinha, you got Lewa, you got Ferran now that's getting a lot of playing time. You got Lamine. You still got to compete with Dro. Not Dro, with Rooney. And supposedly Barca, if they get to the 1-1, which I don't know if it's true or not, they might go out and sign a big name striker. So you have all that. I see Rashford going back to Manchester United if we win the Champions League. If we win the Champions League, I feel like he's 100% going back to Manchester because he has nothing else to win. The only thing he's left to win is a major tournament with United.
Really?
Other than that, I don't see him staying if we win the Champions League, honestly.
Interesting take. Interesting take. I'm not gonna lie.
That's his boyhood club, you know.
Right, yeah. So, I just feel like he wouldn't go back to Man United because he's just not sure of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, because keep in mind, the reason why he left in the first place is because he was pretty much shut out.
Yeah, and
he just wasn't.
Amarin, too, like,
no, yeah.
he was a big reason.
No, yeah, Amarin messed up a lot of players' confidence.
It's crazy. Like, you see Kobe back there, and that's something you can't wrap your head around.
Yeah. But, yeah, that pretty much wraps up that. We can go ahead and move on to second place, which is Manchester City, who have fumbled the bag again. Terrible.
I got trolled this weekend.
Oh, man, I should post the screenshots.
So City basically won 2-0 against Wolves. I can't pronounce his name. Hugh. I be hearing a whole different
I've heard like 5 pronunciations to his name.
So I hear it from the English commentators, and they all say it different ways. I listen to Spanish. Yeah. So, but he made his debut, and Semenyo scored his first goal.
In the Prem.
Yeah, in the Prem, because he had scored in the FA Cup.
And the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, in the Carabao. So, coming for that. And then he scored this weekend, too, against Tottenham. Yeah, Haaland gave him assist, actually, which was kind of funny considering the first video they had together was
that he wanted to take his...
he wasn't going to pass him the ball and all that. But, yeah, they went 2-0. And what you think about Doku now that Semenyo's there? He's dropped form.
He's definitely dropped form, but even before Semenyo even came on.
Yeah.
I mean, you were praising Doku when he was playing against Liverpool.
He had a historic game against Liverpool.
And now he hasn't scored in the last 14 games.
I think I jinxed
or 15 games. Or 16 games.
Yeah, after that performance, him looking like Ronaldinho in the Bernabeu, he dropped form, man. But yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Not only him, though. I mean, Foden.
Foden came on in the 87th minute against Tottenham. Pep, I don't know, Pep. You're putting in Rodri and what's the dude name? Nico Gonzalez. And then with Bernardo. Bro,
3 pivots?
You need more legs in there. You need more legs, fresh legs, flair. You need... I don't know what he's thinking, man. I'm telling you, he's playing a new style. And it's not working. But
I feel like he's trying a new style every game, though.
I feel like it's mainly because of the fullbacks. Because before you had João Cancelo and Kyle Walker. 2 guys that could hit the flanks and they could come back easily. But João Cancelo...
But that was a while ago. Are you really still comparing
that was their best
version 1 of Pep Guardiola's City to now? But now it's like version 3.
The biggest thing is Kyle Walker was always there until... last season when they started to plummet and he dropped form. I feel like that's a major thing. Like, you don't have a right back, which is very, very important. And every team he goes to, he has a crazy good right back. Dani Alves, he turned Kimmich into a right back. Kyle Walker, like, he always had a... I say Kyle Walker's the worst out of the bunch he's had, but he's always had a decent ball-playing right back. You don't like that take?
No, I respect it. I'm just saying that seems outdated. Because, like, that was, like I said, that was like version 1 City. We're talking about this man. He's been there for what, 10 years? He's already created like 3 different teams.
But I think that's the biggest thing. Look,
even in version 2, you didn't have that full back gameplay.
Which was who?
I'm saying you didn't have that.
I mean, he still had Kyle Walker when he won the treble, and then Stones and Guardiola were his left back, which they both came in crucial. And Stones almost played that as a pivot. And I'm gonna be real. I think left back and right back are like. It's hard to say what fullbacks are harder to say because PSG basically won the Champions League with fullbacks.
Right.
This Arsenal team is looking great because of their fullbacks with Cagliaflori and Timbers.
Is he still playing?
I haven't seen him in a minute. Hincapié, Timbers. What's the other guy? My head goes blank. But either way, I feel like the fullbacks is like one of the most important roles in the game, especially with how the modern game.
No, I mean I agree. I'm just saying it feels like Pep Guardiola has kind of moved aside from that.
Yeah, not at the end of the day, like you said, Rodri's kind of his legs are gone. Like
because he sacrificed his soul for the Ballon d'Or.
That midfield is done. Like it doesn't look the same, but I think as long as they score more goals than they can see, they'll win games. But yeah, I feel like that's what it's gonna come down to. Like because their defense is leaky, so as long as they could deadass score like 4 goals in a game, they have a good shot.
Okay, but what about the new center back signing that they just made? You think he's gonna be a big impact?
He doesn't have a pairing. Like it's just him. That's the only class center back they have.
Oh, time to play a 3-5-2. You don't even have fullbacks.
Yeah, he don't. He's beat. But either way, man. Yeah, so they won that game against Wolves, which anybody could predict it. Then comes the Tottenham game.
Well, right before that was the Champions League, which they did 1-2-0 against
Galatasaray.
Right.
But yeah, that Tottenham game in Tottenham Stadium is something that has been happening in the city every year for the past I don't know how many years. Every time they go to that stadium, they drop points. Yeah, like since that Champions League, I forgot what was it, quarterfinals, that Sterling got his goal offside because of the war in the last minutes. Is like they have a ghost. Like they can't get 3 points there ever. And even the Tottenham team that's struggling in the league this year has been able to take points off of them. Those are the games that win you leagues.
Like we said before in countless videos, there has been some tricky calls from referee. These referee calls are just incredible. that first goal, that Solanke, yeah, he pretty much kicked what's his name's foot to score the goal. Yeah, that was a 50-50 for me because that was tough because you could tell he was going to kick the ball regardless, but defender got there literally right before, put his foot down and got kicked.
Yeah, that's a foul to me all day.
That's what I'm saying. Anywhere else on the pitch, that's a foul. Yeah. So why didn't it count right there? You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think VAR checked it.
I don't know what happened, but yeah, they gave it for clear. And then I can't say that second goal was a beauty.
The scorpion kick?
The scorpion kick. Even though Donnarumma almost had it, but it's like he levitated it just enough. Yeah. Haaland scored this game, his first goal. And
Gallagher is the one that gave him the assist.
Yeah, it's funny.
Crazy. He got more assists than Cole Palmer.
Not much to say much more about City other than they keep fumbling the bag.
Okay, but what's the issue? Is it just defense?
Their midfield too. Like they're so.
Okay, are you blaming the players or the coach or both?
It's hard to blame Pep, but at the same time, he does have the blame because he has a lot of money to spend, and you spent all that money on Semenyo, you spent that money on Cherky,
that's what I said last video. It's like I don't know if you know, but in the past year they have bought like 12, 13 players.
Yeah, and they bought Marmouche last year, and yet
Already want to ship them all.
you bought Nico all of a sudden, and you thought that was gonna resolve your Rodri problem, and it didn't. I think from their three up front, their Cam, their 10, and maybe another center mid, they're decent. But from their back, except the goalkeeper, they need reinforcements. They got one center back in that back half of the field. That's it.
Crazy.
So I can't really blame Pep all the way, but at the same time, it's bad spending. You get the players you want wherever you go.
Right, so that's pretty much it for City.
Yeah.
Moving on to third place, which is Arsenal.
Aston
I
Villa.
wish it was Arsenal. Is Aston Villa. Just quick little recap. Match day 23, they played against Newcastle and they actually beat Newcastle 2-0, which Newcastle has been on a terrible run lately. And then they lost this most recent game against Brentford, which now means they are 7 points behind Arsenal. So,
Man,
kind of tough to say where Aston Villa is going to end up because every week it's just a different result. If they won last weekend, just know they won't win this weekend because they just can't keep the same form going.
yeah, I think they're gonna end up out of the Champions League.
Yeah, pretty much it for Villa. You can't say much on them because wherever they do land, they've had an
Incredible
astonishing,
run, yeah.
crazy season. We can move on to a quick little recap for Chelsea, which they are in 5th place. I think they lost today, their second round.
Yeah, against Arsenal.
Quick little recap on Chelsea as well. They did beat Crystal Palace 3-1, which Crystal Palace have their own drama to deal with Mateta, with the center back leaving, with their coach leaving. It's a lot going on.
They all gave up. They were doing good.
They were doing good. And then the Champions League, Chelsea actually eliminate Napoli. Crazy. Napoli are eliminated from the Champions League. But Chelsea did beat them 3-2.
It was a good game, too. I think they came back. They were losing 2-0, I believe.
Crazy. And then the most recent game against West Ham, they actually win 3-2 as well, which was more of a fight than a game.
Yeah, and they were losing 2-0 as well.
And they were losing 2-0 as
and
well.
then that coach, he has anger issues because he probably smacked them at halftime both games.
Probably.
To get them back.
You saw, what's his name, Traore?
Adama Traore.
Yeah, about killed Cucurella and João Pedro. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Chelsea. They've been on somewhat of a good run right now on the Prem.
I don't know. This team doesn't convince me
At all.
compared to how Maresca had them. This team has dropped a level.
Yeah, by the way it is looking, this new coach seems like he wants to do something long term. It doesn't seem like he wants to make the impact right now.
I'm gonna be real. I was looking at Chelsea this weekend, and when they put the camera on him, he looked like a created character on FIFA. Like, I don't think he'll be there past this season. I think he's gonna do these last 3-4 months, and he's gonna be out the door.
Moving on to Liverpool, who 6th place. They finally won a game this past weekend, but before that, they lost to Bournemouth. Literally like a last second goal for Bournemouth, and then they won in the Champions League 6-0. Van Dijk being the only center back in Champions League history to have 3 assists in the game. Crazy. Frimpong got injured again, this time a grade 3 tear to his hamstring, and is out for 3 to 4 months.
That was early in the game too.
Mm-hmm. And then obviously the most recent game against Newcastle, which why I was saying that we finally won a game. Wirtz, 6 goals in his last 10 games.
Wirtz has been playing amazing. Him and Ekitike have found a special link, and it's been working. Like, they both have been proving everybody wrong, and Ekitike shout for signing of the season, like we said a few videos ago. Like, he's been great.
Gotta love him.
Baller.
All right, well, that's it for the Premier. We'll go ahead and move over to La Liga. And that, if I'm not mistaken, still have the same leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. Barcelona still in 1st place. The game we did miss was the 3-0 win against Real Oviedo. Bad start to the game, but second half they definitely picked it up.
Finally kept a clean sheet.
Mm-hmm. And then they did win in Champions League 4-1 against Copenhagen,
which qualified them in the top 8. It was looking iffy at first. They were down 1-0.
Marcus Rashford being the first to score a free kick in the Champions League since Messi versus Liverpool in 2019.
That's crazy.
This is a crazy stat. It's been so long. And then this most recent game in La Liga versus Elche, where they do win 3-1. And what you think about that game, man? Lamine Yamal has already equaled his best scoring tally in La Liga season, which is 9 goals.
Barcelona had like 30 chances. They only converted 3 goals. They were missing like crazy. Same thing against who was it? Sociedad. 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, that they couldn't find the back of the net. I feel like they're creating, and they just need to finish those, bro. Like, I feel like the goals will come. I feel like it's a bit of unlucky, and the other half is Ferran Torres. But
you know, I was watching what game was today? The Copa del Rey?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is the fact that Ferran Torres will always be in the position where a striker should be because the ball always finds him, but he can't finish, which in the other way of viewing it, Lewandowski is never in the right place, but he's so good at finishing.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, man.
Yeah, now we have a struggle there, but easy game. Like, they dominated, to be honest. Like, they had hella chances, and they just couldn't capitalize. But they won both of those games after that defeat against Real Sociedad. 55 points. One on top of Madrid. They're keeping that distance. We need Pedri back.
Yeah. Definitely. Frankie's been doing a good job, though.
Frankie been carrying the team. What an assist to Ferran Torres this weekend. Like,
oh, yeah.
That play, if he scores it, that's like top 10 goals of the season. But yeah, they play good. Don't really want to go with the Copa del Rey game, but shout out to Araujo. I think he played a good game today.
He played an amazing game.
But we're talking about second division team in like 18th place.
Yeah, you can't count them out, man. They eliminated Real Madrid. Moving on to second place, which is, like you said, only 1 point away from first place, which is Real Madrid. In the game we did miss was the 2-0 game that they won against Villarreal.
Yep.
And then the Champions League, they actually lose to Benfica 4-2.
We could talk about that one a little bit.
Because that one was crazy. Real Madrid started the day in third place and only needed a win to secure the spot in the top 8, but end in 9th place out of the top 8.
They're going to be in the repechaje
in the playoffs.
Yeah. So, what a game, though, from Benfica. Like, Mourinho inspired that team. The goalkeeper does a Rafinha on Madrid. What a header. It's crazy because that was their last hope.
Yeah.
To get into the playoffs.
They didn't even know they needed that goal until, I think 5 minutes before the game ended.
Yeah, so it's crazy. Like, Madrid get 2 red cards that game. I think Rodrigo and
Asensio,
yeah.
Asensio's a dumbass, bro.
He's a hothead.
He is terrible.
Yeah, but, I mean, yeah, it's crazy because Benfica looked totally dominant.
It's funny, Benfica always looks good against big teams.
Yeah. Barca struggled last year against them. They scored, 3-4 goals on them? Like, at both times. But it was 2 games. Yeah. They both came down to last-minute winners.
Yeah. And then talk about both games. Real Madrid's actually going to face them again in the playoffs.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be 2 games. The first one's in Portugal. And then the second one's Madrid because they finished higher in the standings. But if they play like they did, Madrid got to run for their money. And Jude's
especially
out.
With no Asensio,
no Asensio, no Jude, no Rodrigo.
Yeah, Rodrigo wasn't doing much.
Yeah, but they still have almighty referee.
Oh, yeah. So, guaranteed penalty?
Guaranteed penalty. We could talk about a little bit about what happened this weekend against Rayo.
Well, Real Madrid did win 2-1.
Yeah.
That's where Bellingham did get the hamstring injury.
Yeah, but I don't know if you've seen against Rayo before the game. He was actually holding that section where he got hurt.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think this is all marketing. He's not hurt.
Yeah, I don't think he's hurt.
He want to go out drinking.
Probably.
Nah, I don't know, but he probably was.
And then the penalty call on Brahim Diaz.
Man, the last the last like 5 minutes of the game, everybody was diving. Camavinga dived, Mbappe dived. Bro, that penalty is independent in my eyes. He swung for the ball, doesn't hit the ball, doesn't hit the player. Where's the penalty?
I feel like at some point we have to talk about the amount of times, and not just Vinny and Mbappe, but the amount of times just almost every Real Madrid player just dives inside the box and no one gets booked.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, how could you get away with so much for so long? And they do this every game.
Yep.
Every game. Mbappe can dive 4 times in the box. Guaranteed 1 penalty and no yellow card for the other 3 dives.
That's correct.
At one point, is that gonna stop? Because in that game against Rayo, that was Mbappe's 16th penalty. That's more than Barca, PSG, and Manchester City combined.
It's crazy. What, he got 22 games, 22 goals this season?
Yeah, something like that. And then if you take away all his penalty goals, he only has 2 more goals than Ferran Torres.
That's crazy.
Only 2 more goals than Ferran Torres. And if you see the fact that Ferran Torres doesn't even have as much playing time as Mbappe, and the amount of chances he misses throughout the game, it's crazy. And at this point, Mbappe's playing for himself. He's not doing it for the team.
No, yeah. What do you think? What are they winning the league? Are they winning Champions League? What do you think about Madrid? How do you see them under Arbeloa?
Not even more terrible than they were against Xabi Alonso, because Arbeloa is just there to have fun, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say that this Madrid is back to the Ancelottis.
Oh yeah,
there's no tactics. There's nothing under Alonso. You can at least see the intensity. He would like tell them to do this, and that. Right. Arbeloa is just there to manage.
You saw the goal that Benfica scored, the goalkeeper goal.
Yeah. That
Benfica scored against Real Madrid. Keep in mind, that was pretty much the last play of the game, right? Because after that, pretty much blew the whistle. You saw the 2 players that were pretty much almost near the halfway line was Vinny and Mbappe.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, Madrid had 2 red cards, meaning they were already short 2 players.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper comes to the box, meaning there's even an extra player there, and Mbappe and Vinny over there.
They're there for the vibes.
Yeah, and then Arbeloa just glazes every player. They win the game, and then they get to have the next day off.
Yeah, I mean, that team isn't gonna do much unless you sell a couple players. That team is gonna be consistently like this.
The thing is, they're not gonna sell none of those big ego players.
I think Vinny's going. I think Vinny's going. They're not gonna sell Mbappe, but I think Vinny leaves and it's gonna be messed up. The main issue is that left wing is always
it's the front 3 in general.
Yeah, because
you still don't have a clinical striker. Yeah. You don't have that natural number 9. You have 3 left wingers, no right wingers, and you have that kid Gonzalo as your natural number 9, but obviously he's not gonna get playing time over the Mbappe and Vinny.
And none of them play for each other. They all play for themselves.
You're right. So what is Real Madrid gonna do? They fucked themselves at this point.
Yeah, it's crazy how well Laporta predicted it. He said he's not jealous of
Mbappe signing.
Mbappe, yeah, because it's just gonna mess up the dressing room. It's gonna make things worse. And he predicted he hit the nail right on the head. Yeah, so we're gonna see. Yeah, I have no hopes for Madrid. I think they're done for. They'll stay in second because Atletico is mad inconsistent. Villarreal dropped levels too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that wraps up La Liga. Talk quick about Bayern Munich. They actually lost against Augsburg. First loss in the Bundesliga, 2-1. Arsenal and Augsburg the only teams to beat Bayern all season.
Then they tied this past weekend.
Yeah, against Hamburg.
Yep.
Which still I don't think is gonna affect their chances of winning the league. And boys are still 6 points ahead of Dortmund.
Oh wow.
Not much, but
I thought the gap was bigger.
Yeah, but still, the 6 points is gonna end up like 12 by the end of the year. After seeing those results, do you think Musiala coming back has affected them in a negative way?
No, I don't think so.
Just bad form.
I think it's just a fatigue thing.
Mm-hmm.
You play the same team day in, day out.
Yeah, that's true. Quick recap over the Champions League, especially now that we're heading into the playoffs. So the top 8 was Arsenal in first, Bayern, Liverpool, Tottenham, Barca, Chelsea, Sporting, which is a surprise, and Manchester City.
Tottenham is not a surprise to you?
Oh yeah, Tottenham. They actually been playing great in the Champions League. They've been trash in the league all year, but in Champions League they're stepping up.
They're always like that.
Talking about Tottenham, you heard Cuti Romero is gonna leave after what happened this weekend of him being subbed off at halftime.
That's confirmed?
Yeah. Well, it's not confirmed, but it's almost like a strong rumor. I think Fabrizio even posted it.
Even Van de Ven was rumored to leave too. So, and do you even blame Guti at this point?
Supposedly, Guti is finally gonna sign for Atletico Madrid.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so
that's huge.
That's gonna be interesting.
That's
if Guti
huge.
signs for Atletico, Julian's not leaving.
I don't know about that.
Nah, he won't leave. He won't leave. If Guti goes, he's not leaving.
Okay, but who are you to like? Who are you? You can't blame anyone for his bad form either, though.
Nah, but at the same time, I feel like
so how
you're
exactly
surrounded with a team that isn't. As
that team is
world-class.
Already Argentina, bro.
Yeah, but the team isn't good. Atletico's not good. So I feel like that drops his form. Like he's in a bad mental state. Like confidence is like a drug in soccer and football. Like if you have confidence, you have superpowers.
No, yeah.
Like
you could. No one's taking that away from Julian, though. You've seen all the trophies he's won at such a young age.
I feel like he's lacking confidence. You could tell he's lost joy. He doesn't look happy at all. He looks dull. He looks pale.
But the thing is, he knew this was gonna happen.
But the first season, you could tell he had a whole different intensity. He's dropped a lot of intensity. Last year he had DePaul. He had a more attacking team. That team was actually competing for La Liga. This team, as soon as the league begun, you were already with your foot out the door.
This is in my opinion. Atletico messed up letting DePaul go.
Yeah, they needed more midfields before they let go of anybody. But
yeah, and then they let go of Gallagher as well.
Yeah,
obviously he wasn't.
Yeah, but that wasn't what they needed. They needed a creative player. Last year, DePaul was who had the most through balls played all season in Atletico Madrid, and so I don't know. I think that's what it is for Julian, that he's lost joy a bit. But
I just feel like he saw that one coming.
Yeah, but he basically the best team he could have gone to. Well, his most comfortable position he could have gone to out of the teams that could have got him. Madrid weren't going to go for him. They had just signed Mbappe. PSG, Argentinians have something against them now. Yeah. Bayern wasn't going to pay that. Atletico was basically like Argentina, like you said. He had his friend DePaul there. He had Molina there, Simeone, Giuliano. Like, they all convinced him to go, and I feel like it was a bit of that. But now he's seeing the effects of it, and I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. But anyways, back to the Champions League. In the playoffs, it's going to be 9th place Madrid, following by Inter, PSG, Newcastle, Juventus, Atletico Madrid, Atalanta, Bayer Leverkusen, Borussia Dortmund, Olympiacos, Bruges, Galatasaray, Monaco, Karabakh, I don't know, Bodo Glimt, and SL Benfica. Gonna be quite a few good games.
It's gonna be some good games, man. Also, some big teams that have been eliminated. Just crazy names. I mean, Marseille is eliminated. Napoli, Villarreal got eliminated.
I feel like they didn't take it serious at all. Villarreal did not take this competition serious, which is crazy.
So we have PSG versus Monaco, which I think is an easy win.
You already know that, like, they could verse each other 10 to 100 times. Monaco might get one, and I think PSG taking it. Yeah,
definitely.
Which they could either face Barca or Chelsea. Whoever wins that game, that's gonna be crazy if Barca versus PSG. out of Galatasaray versus Juventus.
Man, that's tough. Cause Juventus, I'm not gonna say they're not on a good run, but they're also not on a bad run. I don't know, man.
I think
This
it's so
Turkish
tough.
team is just.
They're
I don't know
good.
what's up with them in the Champions League. They're
Yeah,
so good.
I feel like it's all gonna depend on the first leg. If Galatasaray could get a 2 to, I say 2 because I see 3 goal advantage being really difficult for them. But if they get a 2 goal advantage, I think they hold the fort down in Juventus in Italy, in Turin, and they qualify. But I'm gonna edge towards Galatasaray.
I am too, just because I feel like they have more grit on the field than Juventus would have.
And I think Osimhen is gonna bag a couple on them.
True.
So it's gonna be good, and so yeah, I got Galatasaray,
I do too.
and
whoever wins from that either faces Liverpool or Tottenham.
which is gonna be good as well. Then Benfica versus Madrid. If whoever wins out of that is gonna verse Sporting or City, who you got?
I'm gonna give it to Benfica.
I'm
I'm going with underdogs just because of the simple fact that Real Madrid are already is gonna be con bajas with injuries.
Yeah.
I mean,
red cards
and injuries. Yeah, so Asensio with the red card, or Rodrigo with the red card, and then talk about Fran Garcia. You haven't seen that man ever since he made that one interview talking bad about Mbappe. So I don't even think you're gonna see him there anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Benfica just because I don't see that Real Madrid defense or midfield holding on with the intensity that Benfica's gonna bring. And I'm gonna give it to the underdogs on this one.
That's tough. I think I'm gonna give it to Madrid just because Madrid is Madrid. And,
No, that's fair.
And they're gonna end up having the game at home, the second game. So I feel like
the atmosphere.
yeah, 90 minutos, muito long or whatever.
The roof is gonna be closed.
Remontada. But yeah, I got Madrid. Next game up. This gonna be
Benfica or Real Madrid will face either Sporting or City. Yeah,
they're gonna. If Madrid pass, they're gonna end up versus City.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but next game BVB, Borussia Dortmund versus Atalanta. This is gonna be a good game. I feel like 2 even teams. I think Dortmund ends up taking it.
I do too, because Lookman is played for Atalanta, right?
Yeah,
but now he's not there no more.
He kind of fell off though with the manager, so he wasn't getting as much game time.
Right.
But he was crucial for them.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give it to Dortmund just because I like their center backs, just because I think they have it in them to hold it down.
Yeah, and
then
I think
what's his name? That one striker, I can never pronounce his name.
Girassi.
Yeah, him. He's good in the Champions League, so I'm gonna give it to Dortmund as well.
Yeah, winners of that either versus Arsenal or Bayern Munich.
So they're out. whoever wins from that game, they're out.
Yeah, and then
I don't see them being Arsenal or Bayern.
Yeah, Qarabağ versus Newcastle to either face Barca or Chelsea.
I'm getting Newcastle.
Yeah, I think that's
no matter how bad Newcastle have been lately, I don't see them losing the Qarabağ.
Yeah, and so Newcastle, and then Bodo Glimt versus Inter Milan.
Hear me out. Bodo Glimt has been doing amazing this Champions League.
I'm gonna be real. Inter haven't won no important games this year at all. Like I've been following them.
I'm going with the underdogs on this one. I'm giving it to Bodo.
Oh my god, I kind of want to agree with you. I'm gonna just give it to Inter just because I feel like they'll lock in hopefully, and the winners of that is gonna face Sporting or City. Moving on to Club Brugge versus Atletico de Madrid. I think Atletico could fumble this one.
They could, yeah.
Because Brugge has beat Barca. And they competed with big teams.
Atletico Madrid has been on terrible form, dude. I don't see them winning anything.
I feel like, back to that Julian topic, if he finds his form, I feel like Atletico has this. I'm going to give it to Atletico.
Atletico loses this one.
You got Bruges?
Yeah, I got Bruges.
So,
whoever wins out of this one go against either Liverpool or Tottenham.
Yep.
And then for the last one, we got Olympiacos versus Bayer Leverkusen. And whoever wins out of this one either faces Arsenal or Bayern, which, okay, so whoever wins out of this one is eliminated as well. I don't see them beating either Arsenal or Bayern. And
I got Olympiacos.
I got Leverkusen on this one.
Olympiacos. I don't think Leverkusen has been convincing to me at all. But yeah, that wraps up the games that we're gonna have. Pretty good. Do you want to give a shout of who you think is gonna win it all, or do you want to wait until the playoffs are done? And
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till the playoffs are done because I have some.
Okay, give me your top three then.
I have some contenders.
Give me your top three.
Bayern's definitely one of them. I still have faith in Bayern that they will make it far.
Yeah.
I feel like Barca somehow miraculously pulls through and have a real chance of getting far. And then my favorite favoritism. I think Liverpool make it far as well.
Bro, hell no. I'm gonna tell you my top three honestly. I'm gonna go from least likely to more likely.
Okay.
Number 3, I'm gonna put Barca. I think they have a solid chance, but I just don't see it in them. Like I don't get the same feeling I did last year. The second spot is tough. I'll say my favorite is Bayern, but my second, I would hate to say Arsenal. I really would, but I think it just depends on the Merino injury. But I think they have high chances. Bayern first, second Arsenal, third Barcelona. I think Arsenal eliminate Barcelona if we verse each other. Just because I don't think we're good at defending set pieces yet.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think this is a longer video than usual, especially after a 2-week span. I don't know, pretty close. But that wraps up our video. Quick little recap of the last 2 weekends: Champions League playoffs, future prediction winner,
a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Yeah, we had some good content at the end of the day. So, yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
And share with everybody, including your boss, your brother, your sister, your parents,
share.
Your cousins,
share,
your dogs, your geckos,
share,
your cats,
share. Thank you guys.
Yeah, see you guys on the next one.